Hi, everyone, and hello from KubeCon. We are in Chicago and very excited to be here. My name is Bronwen Hudson. I'm the social media manager at Uptycs, and today I'm yet again joined by Abhinav. Super excited to be in person with you at this event. We have some really cool material to be talking about. Can you tell the people a little bit about who you are, and then also let us know what exciting material Uptycs announced today regarding our Kubernetes security solutions?
Yeah. I'm a director of product at Uptycs. I lead the Kubernetes and container security front. And yeah, we're really excited to share some new announcements. Specifically, the first one is around Kubernetes supply chain security. So the big challenge is when you're thinking around enabling a DevSecOps model and having knowledge of where vulnerabilities came from across the supply chain where they're coded, there's a lack of visibility in terms of that traceability, knowing like which commits introduce a vulnerability from a GitHub point of view, and also integrating supply chain benchmarks. So CIS came out with supply chain benchmarks around deployment integrity, source integrity, and build integrity. What that means is like tomorrow, if my supply chain component is insecure, like MFA is not enabled on my GitHub or my Jenkins are insecure, I want to be able to have policies that can say, hey, my supply chain security components are insecure, fail the build, or don't allow the image to make it to my Kubernetes cluster. So we've introduced this concept of image policies and supply chain security integration where you can say, introduce different vulnerability checks, malware, supply chain checks, and apply those policies across from code to cloud, CI, registry, and runtime, and have more proactive remediations rather than reactive remediations. So that's the first big bucket. The second big bucket is there's a whole ecosystem play, Kubernetes GOAT. It's a way to do detections and to look at the common Kubernetes threats like container breakouts, privilege escapes, RBAC misconfigurations. And what we've done is we've integrated those into our system with our eBPF telemetry and runtime sensing. So not only can we read and analyze those detections, but we can do forensics. We can use Yara rule scanning to look at what are the malicious attacks, why they're happening, go back in time and do incident response, and then correlate that with control plane misconfigurations, whether there are RBACs or network security. So it's an end-to-end, not just analyzing and seeing those detections in real time, but remediating those and making sure they don't happen again. And then the last big thing is around internet and network exposure. So we've actually integrated with Cilium for CNI network policies, and we can say, hey, this pod or a namespace is internet exposed by actually looking at the network policy itself. A typical cloud security solution, they may look at, attack paths and those kinds of things. And of course we have attack path in the platform, but a lot of the focus isn't inside the cluster today, but a lot of the attacks are happening inside because network policies are written in YAML and they can get misconfigured. So that's the big third piece that we're introducing in the platform.
One other thing that I'm noticing being here is that not all of these companies have even considered security yet. How can we help them prioritize security for their Kubernetes workloads?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think a lot of it is around education, around what is the problem? Why is it a problem? Kubernetes is one of those technologies. It started open source. Of course, it's still open source, but in the sense that now it's being evangelized in terms of your enterprise. And I think the challenge is a lot of the, things like default service accounts that could be risky, or how to do network policies. Like a lot of people aren't using network security in their clusters today because they don't know about it. They don't understand the concerns around it. And I think it requires some education, some, preaching to the choir of, hey, these are genuine problems and these are the risks it can lead to. Like, for example, the Okta attack, the SolarWinds attack, those are things that you want to be able to make sure they don't happen. And so one thing we've done is we actually released a Mastering Kubernetes Security ebook where we talk around the key pillars of Kubernetes security, why are they important, how can they get missed, and how cloud security platforms like Uptycs can help you eliminate those blind spots and proactively reduce those risks.
Available now. We'll link it below.